Hello, Junior 4. I hope you are okay. Today we are going to start our third lesson in Unit 1, which is the cell. As we know, the human body, it consists of many systems, like the digestive system and the respiratory system. Each system of these, it consists of many organs, like the stomach, the small intestine, the large intestine. Each organ of these, it consists of tissues. Each organ consists of very thin threads called tissues. If we look at these tissues under the microscope, we are going to find the cell. Our word for today is the cell. The living organisms, they are classified according to their number of cells. We have the unicellular living organisms and the multicellular living organisms. The multicellular living organisms, they are the organisms that contain more than one cell. In our example, we have the plant cell and we have the animal cell. If we look at the plant cell from outside to inside, we are going to see that this plant cell, it has a cell wall. As we know, the wall is strong and it supports the plant cell and gives it a definite shape. Also, the cell wall, it surrounds the plant cell from outside. After this, colored in blue, we have the plasma membrane. Again, we have the plasma membrane. The word membrane means a very, very thin layer. This plasma membrane, it surrounds the cytoplasm from outside. Its function is to control any substance that's going to enter the cell or leaves the cell. I know you're wondering what should enter or leave the cell. For example, the plant cell, it needs food and water. So the plasma membrane, it controls if there is any water going inside the cell or getting outside of the cell. After this, we mentioned the cytoplasm colored in red. The cytoplasm, it is a jelly-like fluid, something like a jelly that fills all the cell from inside. Its function is to suspend all the cell components inside this cell. So again, the cytoplasm, it is a jelly-like fluid that fills the cell from inside, and its function to organize all the biological operations of the cell. After this, colored in green, we have the green plastids. And as you know, the plant, it makes its own food during photosynthesis process. How the plant is going to make its food? In its kitchen. The green plastids is the plant's kitchen. Inside the green plastids, the plant, it prepares its own food during the photosynthesis process. So the green plastids all over the cell, they absorb the sunlight in order to make the photosynthesis process. After this, the very big oval, it is called sap vacuole. The sap vacuole, it stores the food and water needed for the cell. After this, we have the oval black thing. This is called nucleus. The nucleus, it organizes the biological operations and it is responsible for the cell division. As we said that the multicellular living organisms, they consist of more than one cell. What is going to be responsible for this division? It is the nucleus. So let's go over again. We have the cell wall, plasma membrane, the kitchen, the green plastids, the big oval, the sap vacuole, and the black is the nucleus. The other example we have is the animal cell. The animal cell and the plant cell, they are similar to each other, but they have very small differences. From the outside, we have only plasma membrane. We don't have cell wall at all. From the inside also, we have cytoplasm. And of course, we have here the nucleus. The difference is that we don't have any green plastids or we don't have any cell wall. So by this, we finished the multicellular living organisms. Here we have the unicellular living organisms. They are the living organisms that they consist of only one cell. And the example we have something called yeast fungus. The yeast fungus is the example of the unicellular living organism. It has from outside the cell wall, the line after it the plasma membrane, and the jelly-like fluid inside is the cytoplasm. And of course, we have here the nucleus, and this is the sap vacuole. What is the function of the unicellular living organisms? We have a lot of industrial functions. We use it in this. We have the making bread and making alcohol. We use the bacteria and fungi, we use them in making a lot of industrial products like the bread and the alcohol. By this, we have reached our end of the lesson. Thank you so much for listening. Please try to solve from page 10 to 13 in your homework booklet. Thank you so much.